So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before. Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mokuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They also had been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mokuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The Headmasters Room, the Bio Lab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder. Which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Places to check. Okay. Since we're here already, we'll start with the dorms for the staff. Aw man, this is open now. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. This is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up here or something. Okay, we've got... Man, what the frick? They've got blood here. We've got broken up. Yeah, we'll start with this room. You've got bed here. The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore. It's just garbage. I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Okay, that was pretty pointless. We'll start with the... I hope I can enter here. This is the girls' bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. Oh man, Makoto and his justice, his honor. Okay, nothing here. Man, why did they even bother putting up, putting up, what do you call this? Toilets. If you can't even freaking investigate. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Holy shit. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-Handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then... no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Okay, that's locked too. I think this is our... yeah, these are all similar. It's gonna be the same dialogue for all of them. Unless I can open one. Yups. I think one of these lockers will open. Let's just breeze through it. Yups, no luck. Still no luck. Okay, we've got coins. Huh. Last one. Okay, I think that's it. So I need an e-Handbook. Wonder where I can get those for the past students. Okay, this place is nice. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? A leather chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster. Ah! I think that's a hidden door. The desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However,
There's not much though, nothing we don't already know.
in other words,
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy, which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sort of peoples, whose driving force comes from despair.
however,
And that's all there is, not much to it, isn't there? But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
Correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. The ultimate despair. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake? Or a construction defect or something?
So,
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password, and the door should open right up.
However,
But I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right. That's not nearly enough to go on.
it's true.
I looked through all this paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this, geez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. What she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, we want to get in there. We need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay, in that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I type in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in, beep, Karn. Whoa. What? That did it. Kyoko, it worked.
why?
Why? Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Ooh, a present. Oh, a picture. Hey Kyoko. I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present. Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. I'd better check out the suspicious present before I do anything. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay?
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why? You think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem.
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway.
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath, then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright and joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones.
Wrong.
Well, it's not that I was thinking of bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in the box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box? Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least, what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for. Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So.
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. Ah. I know. This killing game began with 16 participants. Okay, so... Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school. But the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. Ah, okay, I get it. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
In other words.
that most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong, which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut all of ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Huh? This picture. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey Kyoko.
Why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father, Kyoko? This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. But I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
Hey.
It's fine, check whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. But all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. It was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
Well?
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
Now,
If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. Okay, I think that's all of this here. Let's talk to Kyoko one more time. I feel like I shouldn't make pointless small talk right now. Maybe I should just look around a bit first. This one. The Headmasters Desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but...
Hey.
Don't worry about me.
Because...
Never let anything get in the way of investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh? Is this... It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. I'd found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words...
A handbook with no limitations given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right.
It would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Okay.
Hey.
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey.
Could you leave? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little.
Just
I
a
need
second.
to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again today. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right, I'm sorry.
Anyway...
Once I've gotten myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Okay, we've got a handbook with no limitations. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the headmaster performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed KYOKO'S father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. So that the same person may very be the mastermind who planned all this out. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is... 15 of us met in the main hall. Add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still alive left are me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Okay, we'll head straight to the lockers and we'll open those. Considering we have the e-Handbook. Let's start here. Okay, wrong one. I wonder if I can open this locker. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Wait, but what about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader and... Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what's we've got inside. Oh, this is Hiro. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has an organization problem in every part of their life. That's a crystal ball, man. That's for Hiro. This is a crystal ball. Huh? A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. Carrot. I think that's tarot cards. Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait. Aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order, and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. Yasuhiro Hakagure. What the? What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written, Yasuhiro. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to this school at the same time as the rest of us, and we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had a chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Okay, I think that's it. We'll open this one. Far left,